Hey everyone, welcome back to Off Script.
How's your day?
Honestly, I've had a great and relatively productive day.
Awesome. Okay.
Tatum,
What was
Tatum had a doctor's appointment, just her like well child, checking on her, making sure she's growing fine, doing good. I made some cookies today.
I saw?
They are so, I think I've had 5 of them
Okay.
today.
As you
Wonderful.
should.
I walked for a mile today on my walking pad. Oh, hey. Hi, George. He's
Sorry.
telling about his day.
You know what's so funny is he is standing at the door because we've gotten into a bit of a routine at about 7:15 every night. His favorite person in the world shows up. He's standing at the front door whining.
Um,
There's nobody there.
no one's there, but he's ready.
Yeah. George, he's not there. Go on.
He's like, okay, bye.
It's just his routine.
But anyways, yeah, made cookies, walked for a mile while watching our movie that
Mhm.
we're going to recap, The Bodyguard. I also decided that I wanted to take all of the children's toys that were downstairs and like actually utilize my playroom. And I know I had talked about it for my birthday whenever you were here, but like I really want to like zhuzh it up there, like make it fun and colorful and stuff. So I have some things in my Amazon cart. Oh, in the lip
Like to
gloss.
make it kind of fun. Sorry, I can't talk. Fun and colorful for the girls, like
For the
kids.
children,
Okay.
yes, the
Yes.
playroom, yes. Because I have some like those flower like
Yeah.
decals on the wall, and like that corner is fun, and then the rest of the room is really boring. So that's I moved everything upstairs. We hung out up here for a while today, and then now I'm gonna like tomorrow I'm gonna organize and do some things. Right now I'm in the like 2 weeks where the girls' school program has stopped and then it starts again in June. So I
Hmm.
have 2 weeks of just
Everybody's
being
there
at
all the time.
home for the day. So finding things to do to be because I like being at home, don't get me wrong. But then if I'm just at home, just sitting, I like start like what all can I be doing? Like I have this time while I'm home. So gonna be doing some things to the playroom. What else did I do today? Cooked some good food. Just just been hanging out.
Just a
But productive.
homemaker kind of day.
Becky homemaker. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's me. That's me. Then tomorrow I'll be doing you should it looks like Toys R Us or whatever. Does that age us? Toys R
I
Us?
think it does, but I knew what you meant.
I was gonna say it looks like they threw up in the
Mm.
playroom. So got some work to do in there, but yeah, productive day. How was yours?
Pretty good. Less productive, I guess. I mean, I just worked from this exact spot, and then I
Yeah.
went to a going away party for another friend that's
These
moving.
people, they
I
gotta
know.
quit going.
That's what
Quit
happens
going.
when you live in a city. I feel like people are just in and out all the time. So we went and had it was Taco Tuesday. So we
Oh
had some
yeah.
tacos for her, and I just walked in 5 minutes ago and sat down. And it's raining out. That's why I'm in a rain
It's raining
jacket.
here also. It's been so rainy today.
Yeah, I know you guys have had bad storms, but we've just had a little bit of rain over the past couple of days. But anyway, today, yeah, it was fairly uneventful until the party, and that's pretty much all I did. But my day yesterday was really fun.
Oh yes, I saw your day on your story.
I had the best day ever. So, the ballpark that I live right beside, pretty much, the baseball stadium, has Bark in the Park every year, and you get to take your dog to the baseball game, and it was so fun.
That is so fun. Like I was
It was
loving
cute.
the pictures. I liked the
Mhm.
Simba of
Yeah,
it
they
all
they do the
because
circle of life.
that was soft launch of you.
It was a soft lunch, and then I was with Heather and Sarah at the game, and Loverboy and some others, but I was saying I might post this, and then we were kind of laughing. I was like, "Would I talk about him on a podcast every week? Like, he's been launched." Also,
Your mother
my
launched
mother
him.
hard launched us on Facebook, and
Your
that was like
mother hard launched after her first time meeting him.
a few weeks into seeing each other, and my mom like posted it on Facebook, like Emily's new boyfriend. Anyway, so he's been out there. It was fine.
like I said, I was really productive today, and I like, other than like watching that movie, I haven't really been on my phone a ton. Speaking of not being on my phone a ton, you know what I just ordered?
What?
The brick.
I've thought about doing that. You have to let me know how you like it.
So it's supposed to be in tonight. They had it on Amazon, and it was going to be like, I think I ordered it this morning, and it'll be here tonight. I want to do it for like 8 p.m. to like 10 a.m. because it's like I lay on my phone too much scrolling like before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then like whenever I wake up, I scroll on my phone too much where I don't get out of bed on time. So that's really like my bad time. And honestly, like even in the afternoons, I could be way more productive. So I bought one. I will let you know. What I really want to get, I had seen this and I don't know what it was called, but Tyler will not wake up for his alarm in the morning. Like it'll be like, meh, meh, but like he won't wake up. So now he sets his phone all the way across the room.
Mm-hmm.
But what he'll do is he'll get up, turn it off all the way across the room,
and come back to bed.
get back into bed.
Yeah. Kind of defeats the purpose.
Can you just get up? Like, just go. And so I had seen this thing where it was similar to the brick, where you leave the like scanner thingy in a different like area. So I'm like, leave it in the garage.
So you really have to want to unlock it.
You have to like go and undo it. And I'm like, you won't walk all the way out into the garage and then come back and get in bed. I mean, hopefully he is walking across the bedroom to turn it off. I'm like, can you just get up?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I snooze my alarm, but I'm the only person in bed at that point. Whenever there's another person there, I'm like, so like, oh, like the moment it goes off, I try to turn it off. He's like, just beep, beep, beep the whole time.
Yeah.
And so then sometimes I'm like deep asleep and like it doesn't bother me. The mornings it bothers me. He's like, you're so mean.
Yeah, because I'm being woken up.
Mean. This is rude. He's like, you could be nicer about it. I'm like, no, because if I'm nicer, you won't get up. He's just like, he's the type of person that just like turns into like a little puppy dog whenever he's asleep. And so he's like, oh, please let me sleep. Oh, and as you know, I'm not that way.
No, Becca's not. Becca's mean.
She has the scars to prove it.
Becca's woken up. She's mean. Becca punched me in the face. I'm pretty sure we've told you that story on this podcast. Yeah.
I'm like, Tyler, you're asking me to be nicer when I literally punched one of my best friends square in the face?
Yeah. Don't wake Becca up from a nap.
From a nap in the mornings. Yeah.
Sorry, this is so sad to take a picture. He's just like staring at the door.
Waiting for him.
I was just going to show it to you, but that's okay.
Well, what else is new? What's been going on?
Well, that was the main event. I've been looking forward to the baseball game for like several weeks. It was rainy and it was really cold. We only stayed for, I really can't even remember what time we left, like halfway through the game, maybe. Mm-hmm. Wasn't paying attention to the game at all, but all of our dogs, it was a fun environment. I mean, it was my like closest friends here and our dogs, which are like our children, because none of us have kids. And so, we dressed them all up and put hats on them and took them to the game and took all the pictures. And then, there's the thing where they do the Circle of Life song and everybody holds their dogs up. And George is 90 pounds, so I can't hold him up, but Loverboy can.
Well, he tried. Yeah. Well,
he had him up.
he was above.
He was
snout above head.
He didn't have full arm extension, but he was off the ground.
Yeah.
But he didn't get on the big screen
funny.
This year, maybe next year. But it was a fun time. He wore his raincoat and his ball cap and got lots of
wondered
comments.
what that was. I saw his hat and then I thought I saw something on him. And then later I saw that it was the raincoat. But
because it was chilly and it did get very cold about halfway through the game. So we abandoned and left.
I imagine it would, yes.
But it was fun. I am drinking a second one, but that's because I had like 2 sips left in this one. This was my lunch Diet Coke. And it's a 2 Diet Coke day. I'm sorry.
Your lunch Diet Coke?
I put it in the fridge. I didn't finish it.
I was going to say, yucky.
No, I put it in the fridge because I didn't finish it at lunch. And then I got it out just now. It only had like this much in it. But I really wanted...
It was probably flat.
It was, and I really want a Diet Coke for the podcast, so I'm having a second.
So funny. So you cracked open your cold one.
I did, and it's so good.
Do you like the lime ones? Diet
I've
Coke
had
lime?
it occasionally. It's good to spice it up. This is like the staple. I'm not gonna have the lime every time, but every once in a while, throw a lime in there.
I'm not gonna have the lime every time. Ooh. Sounded nice.
I've been toying around with the idea recently to stop drinking Diet Coke.
Sounds terrible.
I know. I haven't done it yet, but it is supposedly quite bad for your brain. Like the fake sugars in here.
So are your computer screens that you stare at every day.
I know.
Everything's bad.
I know. For now, I'm drinking it. It's fine. I rarely ever have 2 in one day. This is a special occasion, but
Yeah, and you want to know that today I've had at least 4.
and that's a normal daily thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also drink a lot of water. I drink like 3 of these a day. So like I'm washing it up. It's fine.
I'm not. I drink my one Stanley, maybe fill it up before bed. You're doing way better than me, darling.
Well, I pretty much never stop peeing. I am just continually in the bathroom.
Great.
I am hydrated though.
I need to work on that. But you know what? I think you're poison. Like, we're all gonna die. I want to feel joy. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm drinking it for now. I'm floating the idea that at some point in the future I might start considering the possibility
We've all been there.
of not
We've all
drinking
been
the Diet Cokes. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but maybe.
That's just a natural occurrence of being a diet soda drinker. Like,
Yeah.
I should stop.
Yeah.
I
won't-
recently did I quit buying them for my home.
Okay.
And like then I went to the Ollipops for a while.
Mm.
And that was about 2 or 3 months of doing that. And then I went back to buying them.
Because they're not as good. They're just
Mm.
not. But I can't bring myself to do just like a normal Coke all the time because it's empty calories. It's just so much calories.
Yeah.
We're like zero calories. How bad could it be? But also, how is it 0 calories?
By the chemicals.
I know. So like neither way is good. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway,
You're just gonna live, you know.
it's just some internal thoughts of aging body, 30-year-old trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
My trying to be healthy is just hopping on that walking pad. Did you walk today? Did you
I
find
did not.
your motivation?
Well, I did not use my walking pad today, but I did walk to dinner.
There you go.
And I was gonna walk back, but then dinner. It took us like half an hour to get our check, which is why I was late. So Heather gave me a ride. Thank you, Heather. I told you she was like, you have to go record the pod. I have to listen to it on Friday. So she gave me a ride back.
Your friends, like whenever we said that I didn't hit record and Sarah was like, no.
Oh, she loves it. She's our number one fan. I feel like Heather, Sarah, and Leslie are and John. I think John still listens.
And Jamie, my friend from church.
I don't know her. I don't think. But
No, I don't think you've met her.
appreciate your listening.
She's a regular listener, and then she makes her husband like watch part of it too, who's the youth leader, with the
Yeah.
So yeah. Good stuff.
Okay. Should we just get into it?
Yeah,
Or-
let's
we
do
didn't really
it.
talk about your weekend. Sorry, we always do our
Oh.
weekend recap.
I didn't really
We didn't
do
talk
much.
about either of our weekends, actually. We just talked about yesterday. Go on. How was your weekend?
Oh, I didn't really do much. Tyler was in Washington State for the weekend. He was looking at some cattle.
Mm.
I did have book club on Sunday, and that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I did something else on Saturday. Did I?
Is that
leave
your
Saturday?
Frozen River book?
It was my Frozen River book. And then this other book, Never Let You Go, or something along the lines. I thought I was just dumb and like not intellectual and I hated reading. No, it turns out like no one finished only 2 girls and are like 10-ish girls. So 20% of the girls
Mm-hmm.
read the book of the Never Let You Go. So no one cared about that. Only 3 or 4 girls maybe read the Frozen River one. I'll say 3.5 girls because I skipped the part of it. But everyone was really bored with it and no one really enjoyed it, and that made me feel better.
Okay.
But the book that I was reading on my Kindle last week, where I was like, you go ahead and eat your dinner, I'm going to read my book.
Yeah. Yeah, we had silent hangout time on FaceTime.
She was eating her pho.
I just ate in silence.
I was just reading because the book was so crazy. So one of the other girls finished it on audiobook like right before she came to book club, and we were both like, we must decompress over in the corner. My other friend, who she just finished it like 2 or 3 hours ago, like she texted both of us like 5 stars, crazy, like it's so I think I told you this, the Quicksilver book that I told you to read however ago, that one is like not related to ACOTAR in any way, but like similar like plot line of
premise
girl from over here, boy from alternate world over here. Silver Elite is relatively like same vibe as Fourth Wing. And so like this book, war camp type situation, second book like literally just came out on Monday or Tuesday last week. I finished it on Thursday. And then I have no idea when the third book is going to come out. But I think the third book will be the final book, which will be
Now, is this
great.
Series the one that we don't actually know who the author is? Like they think it's a pen name of somebody?
Maybe. Her name's Danny Francis.
I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Silver Elite is the one that I remember people talking about on like Book Talk and stuff when it first came out, that they think it's a pen name of an already established author in a different genre, but they just wanted to do like a romance fantasy.
They wanted to dabble. They read Fourth Wing and then wanted to dabble.
Well, I saw some.
It's so similar.
I haven't read the book, so I don't know the writing style, but lots of people were saying, if it's Silver Elite that I'm thinking of, I could be getting the series wrong, but I think it's this, that they think it's Colleen Hoover.
Which would make sense why I like it so much.
No, like, you've read both. Do you think the writing is similar?
Possibly.
I think that's why people were saying it, is that they know it's a different author. It could also be total conspiracy theory. I don't know. I just remember seeing people make videos about this.
Yes, the book received massive promotional and marketing push from its publisher, despite the author having no prior online platform. Many book readers and critics are convinced the name is a deliberate brand relaunch for a mid-list or best-selling author. That's funny. Mid-list. Okay. Mid. But no, that's crazy. And I knew you were going to say Colleen Hoover whenever you said different genre. Wait.
Well, I didn't. I saw other people saying that they think it's her. They were guessing about who it could be.
Which I do think, like, her books are, like, very easy to read. Like, very, like, and they're not that deep. I will say, like, there's not a ton of world building. Like, in the first one, there's maybe a little bit. The second one, she, like, really kind of went hard on different things that people can do and like the world that
maybe the first one was like dipping your toes in the genre, and then figuring out the rest. But because
both of them, like, really with Colleen Hoover books, like, they're easy to read like in a day. Like, it's not like so crazy where you're like, wait, what did I just read? Like, trying to figure it out. Both books I read each of them within 36 hours. So honestly, no, that tracks.
To be determined if it's her, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Fun. I hadn't even heard about that. But yeah, my weekend, I went to book club. That was my big exciting venture because Tyler was gone and I was not about to take them kids places alone. What'd you do?
Kind of a chill weekend here too. Not a ton. I went to a work event on Saturday, like a party for someone, and then Sunday I went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2. We can talk about it. I could tell you if you want to hear when we get to our recap.
I forgot you were going to do that.
I went and saw it on Sunday night, and then I went to the ball game yesterday. So It's kind of a chill weekend without a lot of plans, which is nice. I feel like I've been
It was
kind
like
of
enough plans to like have something to do, but not to where you're like booked and busy and
I had a reason to
never
get out of
sitting
the
down.
house both days, like party on Saturday for just a couple hours. And then it was a midday party, which was great.
Oh, that's right. That's what I did. There was a graduation party on Saturday. I was like, I know I did something. Same thing. Get out of the house for a minute. So I got dressed. That was nice.
Yeah,
Then I went back home.
Got out midday. I finally got some new perfume.
What'd you get?
I went for Target Queen Bee. We went to No, it's a good perfume. Because I can't remember if this I know I told you this story. Now I can't remember if it was on the pod.
I cut it out. I'm fairly certain.
It's fine.
I didn't know.
You can leave it. I don't care. Loverboy told me my perfume stinks and he hates me. So I had to go find he'll love that. I had to go find some new perfume. And I'm very particular about my perfumes. I have worn the same one for years. And I get it. He didn't like it, whatever. So I wanted him to smell it and me to smell it and agree on one to buy. So we went to Ulta. We smelled every perfume in that store to the point where we were going to pass out. We had to walk outside. He had to go get some air. And then I had the little coffee thing. So I was like, I'm going to throw up from smelling so much perfume. And we just couldn't find one we agreed on. But the ones he was saying he liked were just so sickeningly sweet. It's like, I'm just never going to smell like this. But I knew Queen Bee from Target is a good happy medium. So we walked over to a Target and I was like, do you like this? It's like, yeah, I love that. So I bought that, which is just funny because it's such a cheap perfume.
If I'm ever around him, I'll switch up mine. So he's not like, whoa,
well,
this is my love.
He was just like, that's a good smell. It's fine. My other one I was told smells like an old lady. Which, you know what? Maybe it did, but that's who I am inside.
That's who you are. What did Spotify tell you? Spotify told you that you were an 80-year-old woman.
My Spotify age was 83 last year, I think. And, it's fine.
It tracks,
it's who I am.
Honestly.
I loved that perfume. This one's good. It just cracks me up because before we even went in there, he was like, well, what if I really like a really expensive, like several $100 perfume? Can I buy it for you? Like, because I said, I'm not going to buy that expensive of a perfume. I was like, no, you can't. That's stupid. And then the perfume he liked was $25. It's like, oh, what if I like a really expensive?
Could I buy it for you? Shut up. Yeah. You'll get that $25.
You know what? I bought it. I bought the $25 perfume. Anyway, that was the Saturday event. Funny. Is finally a month later. I don't smell.
Which ones did he like that you didn't like? Were there any like popular ones?
I honestly don't even remember. I do feel like all the ones he was saying he really liked were the ones that, in my opinion, smelled kind of trashy. Like the overwhelmingly, sickeningly sweet perfumes. I like
a vanilla or something.
Yes, and
I hate that.
Well, no, not really vanilla. Just like really sweet and floral and like, I don't know, cheap smelling perfume. Where I like a more muted, woodsy or like sultry scent. Anyway, this is probably very boring for everybody at this point. This has just been like a big thing in my life over the last month is I haven't had a perfume because I can't. Which I get it. He wasn't saying don't wear this perfume. The fuller story is I asked for feedback.
She opened her big mouth
for some
she got an answer.
But it's fair because if I really hated his cologne, like the person
you'd be like, I know it's not your birthday, but I just smelled this and thought of you.
But I do get it. You don't want to smell something that you actually don't like all the time, which like it's fine. We're sorted. We have a new perfume.
It's so funny. And we match, which is just even better.
Yeah, so in sync. It's a good perfume.
Well, we have been talking for over 30 minutes and we have not even gotten into anything yet, which it's fine. I love catching up with you.
I feel like the nothing is really the meat of the podcast,
Yeah, because who cares about our random pop topics that we choose?
No. Speaking of that, do you want to go first?
If you insist. It was a big week for my girl last week, Miss Alix Earle. I won't dive in too hard, but she did release the name of her TV show, and it is Earle Meets World.
I don't like it.
It's a spin off of your girl's TV show, Girl Meets World.
I do get it.
I can't say it's my favorite name. I understand, but I can't say it's my favorite.
I think
Earl
it's
meets world.
Earl. Earl just visually brings to mind like
My name is Earl.
yes, like a redneck
But that's
country
rude
man.
because it's her last name. She can't
I know
change
it
it.
doesn't matter, but visuals matter in branding. Earl, everybody's thinking of a middle-aged Southern redneck
Not the
man.
way that it's spelled.
Doesn't matter. Sound.
And
When I
not
say
everyone
Earl,
is thinking of middle-aged man.
I think they are. When you hear the
'Cause
word Earl,
you and I, 50% were split. I don't think of a middle-aged man.
I think the word Earl brings to mind a certain visual that is not in line with her branding, where she could have had a better title. I don't like the title.
Maybe in years past. Right now, she's so topical that Earl is her because she calls her fans the Earl girls,
Okay.
and so she's maybe given it more of a spin. But that is her new TV show title. Also, she is on the cover. She's one of 4 covers of Sports Illustrated. She's really been popping off in the news. Her, Hillary Duff, Tiffany Haddish, and a girl that I do not remember the name of, but apparently is a wife of maybe a professional athlete. I don't really remember. I think she's friends with Chloe.
I'll look it up. Nicole Williams English.
Yeah, 3 namer.
I don't actually know who she is. Nicole.
I think she's a friend of. She might be on that TV show coming out, Chloe's Friends. You know, the
she's
girls.
a model. Yeah, she's a model. That's the.
Well, I was.
Oh, and she's married to a football player. Okay.
Yeah. Giving the brief updates on her. You know, new TV show or the title, the cover, and adjacent to her, AlexCooper is pregnant.
Pregnant. I saw.
Yeah, crazy. I will say that is a strike in the yay column for Alix Earle not saying anything, because if she completely tore down a woman who's apparently somewhat in her first trimester of pregnancy, Miss Alix Earle would have been into the ground.
AlexCooper brought it up, and then Alix Earle said, like, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't think the pregnancy really changes that much in my personal opinion of what's going on here. Like, it seems like a separate thing.
You know, the people on social media, they're so quick to change. Like, and I'm talking about all the lay people that are just like,
not the people that are in. They're not in the media like us.
No. Yeah,
lay
like
people.
Us, like the lay people.
Yeah, no, we're not the lay people. we're inside.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking of the people that comment on everything,
right.
All the little pot stirrers, all those little, typers on the internet. I think they would have been, I can't believe Alix Earle would go after a pregnant woman. I hope she feels terrible. Da, 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 da. Well, like, no one knew she was a pregnant woman. So, like,
right.
Yeah, let's have a brain. But the people that are in the comment sections, 9 times out of 10, they don't have brains. So I would assume that they would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said this about her. It's such a vulnerable state. You should feel terrible about herself, AlexCooper, until we die, daddy gang. Like, that's what I feel as though the people would have said.
Okay. You're probably right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't have to know because Alix Earle didn't say anything.
Not yet.
Did you see on the Today Show where they tried to bring it up?
It was so awkward.
And she's like, I don't want to talk about that right now. Like, this is like a fun thing. Like, I think I had seen someone say like her team probably told them to not ask about that.
Yeah.
And so she's like, actually, no, like, we're not talking about it.
I'm sure that's what it was. I also think the guy asking the question had no idea what he was talking about. He was just like, he'd been fed a question. He was not informed about.
No, he's not keeping up with.
He doesn't care. No.
Earl versus Cooper.
No, but I did think she seemed probably because she was caught off guard and wasn't expecting to be asked about it. She seemed very nervous and like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little awkward, but
yeah, it was very awkward. I'm just gonna keep going through my bullet points of pop topics, which I know is like
okay. Go on.
Just very short ones. Like, I don't have much to say about any of them. The Jonas Brothers are starting a podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
the 3 of them. I didn't see
Jonas.
This.
Yeah,
the 4 of them or 3 of them.
3.
3. Okay.
And it's so funny, and it's so typical Jonas Brother behavior, because the one video that they have a Instagram now, and I went and clicked on it. The one video, they were talking about how they came up with the name. And Joe is like, yeah, like the name, like, I feel like we were gonna maybe name it like one of our former band name, like before we were the Jonas Brothers. And Nick goes, and this is so Nick, no, like that's not what happened. I'm the one who gave them the idea, because we had a segment that where people were gonna call us, and we were gonna call it Hey Jonas, where they were gonna like call and like ask us questions. And I wrote down Hey Jonas as a potential podcast title, and like that's where the name came from. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
so
Nick.
Nick.
It
Like
is.
he's like, but thanks for not remembering my ideas. Like that's literally what he said. I'm like, Nick, you gotta chill. Like seriously.
What's the premise for the podcast, though? Are they having guests? What are they talking about? Is it just the 3 brothers talking about their lives? Like, I'm intrigued by this. I just want to know what the thought is.
Let me pull up the hosted by Kevin, Joe, and Nick. It's an iHeartRadio podcast. Listen now. Available anywhere.
Interesting order of names.
Age order. Yep, Kevin, Joe, and Nick. He's probably hating that.
That's just not how they always have said their names in any marketing. It's been Nick, Joe, and Kevin in anything that's ever been put out.
Who do you think wanted that?
Kevin is getting his flowers.
Kevin. Okay, so they're asking questions. I know you can't really see
to each other.
Yeah, they drew a question. Oh, Nick just said that he loves to pee in the shower, so that's a little wild. I think they're just hanging out with each other and like maybe answering questions.
Honestly, I like that better than an interview. We don't really need another interview podcast. Everybody's doing that already. I kind of like the idea of just brothers hanging out and talking.
Just brothers.
Brothers.
That's what
I'll give it a watch.
They should have named it Just Brothers. We're Just Brothers.
People have got to start checking in with me before they name their stuff. Just run it by me.
I just think of Earl. Goodbye, Earl.
It brings to mind
Goodbye, Earl, but spell it that way. That's a good title.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no, I'm talking about for our podcast title.
Oh.
Goodbye, Earl.
Why would our podcast be called Goodbye, Earl?
No, the title of the episode, Emily.
Sorry. Well, you said podcast.
The title of the podcast, not the name of the podcast. Episode title. Just this one.
Okay.
Maybe then people will think I'll stop talking about her, and we all know that's not happening.
No, it's never happening.
What do you got?
Well, I only came with one. I did kind of have AlexCooper being pregnant if you didn't bring it up, just because
we've talked about her.
We've talked about her so much, it felt relevant. But
yeah,
my main one, courtesy, we were talking about it at the taco dinner, actually, a little while ago. I was like, hey, guys, I don't really have a good pop topic.
Listen, sitting up here
consensus. Well, I had a group of 6 women sitting at a table. I was like, you guys are plugged in. What's been happening? Several things were offered, including the outbreak of Ebola, several other real downer topics. And I was like, no, it's not really the vibe.
Clearly you guys don't listen, so goodbye. I'm glad you're leaving. Gosh. Tune in.
Some of them listen. It was just, they were saying things that are culturally relevant over the last week. But then we did land on...
You could talk about the breakout of Ebola. I can't.
I don't know. I vetoed that. It was just giving you... I was setting the stage. It was adding some commentary.
Yes,
Then we landed on Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi on their romantic vacation in Hawaii.
Yes, I did see. Was he feeding her things, I feel as though?
I think they were sharing a bottle of wine and drinking from the bottle back and forth from the photo that I saw. But they're sitting on the beach. I like this couple. I think it makes sense. I think they look good together. And I don't know that either of them have super strong personalities in the media. At least,
in general.
Well, I don't know them personally, so I can't speak on a personal level. They don't have strong media personality, They're kind of just, they're doing their thing. They're off. They're in the sides. And
they're
just
both boring, attractive people.
Very tall, very beautiful people, and I think they make sense. So I give it a green light.
I'm
That
so
was
glad.
it.
I think we're waiting for that cream.
I like it. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And
I like it when, two attractive people of around the same age and vibe get together.
their vibes match. I
Yeah.
also like thinking about, this is not an original thought, by the way. Like, I've seen this on Instagram, but I like the idea of Jacob Elordi, Lewis Hamilton, and Timothy Chalamet sitting at the same dinner table with their wives and girlfriends. Like, that's just kind of funny and crazy. Crazy world. And maybe Lamar, if they bring him out.
No, did you see what he did?
No, did he do something this week?
Well, the whole podcast thing with Chloe.
I haven't followed. I watched like the documentary, and then I haven't really.
Basically, she was saying that like I'm gonna have to look it up. Like, it's bad. Like, what he did. Hang on.
Well, he came off looking very bad in the whole documentary, obviously. So his was more a joke. It's the other three.
But what I was gonna say, the whole thing, was that like she went back into this headspace for him to like do him a favor because she like she was married to him, she loved him, she cared about him. Like, she would like go back and talk, and basically he said like she did a lot for him. Like, she sent him to rehab. She was there when he like had his overdose. Like, he called Chris. Like, there was a whole lot of stuff that like her and her family did for him. And he said that he married her in 2009 to gain access to the Kardashian power, to gain connections, all of this stuff. He so that was the only reason why he married her. He said that God saved his life, not her. He said
this in the documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're.
So okay, what I'm getting at is like she did the whole documentary for him.
Right.
Okay. She goes back and then like she's being vulnerable, talking about like all this stuff that happened. Then she sees everything that he said about her. Yeah. That yes, all of this stuff is public knowledge. Like, it's in the stuff. But then I think she went maybe on her podcast and was talking about it. She's like, no, I'm absolutely done with him. I will never do another thing to help him in my life. So no, he will not be at the dinner table.
Okay, that's good.
Scott would. Scott could be there.
Scott would be there, and I'm blanking. Oh my gosh, Travis Barker. Yeah, like just a really interesting group of people of different walks all around the
Rob
table.
in there. Throw Rob in there.
Rob can be there, maybe, and then
just to maybe stand up for his sisters
at the head of the table, thinking, "I did it. I brought you all together. I orchestrated it all."
So funny. There are no athletes, yes. What's his name? Lewis. I was thinking there were no athletes in the mix.
Yeah,
but
Lewis Hamilton, athlete.
Yep. Crazy stuff. Those Kardashians, they getting all kind of stuff. Speaking of Kardashians, did you see that there's controversy with Pete?
This was also a suggested topic.
Yeah.
As we were talking through things.
His ex, mother of his child, says that he doesn't do anything to contribute financially. And I just read that he said, yes, I do. I take care of them. Da, 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 da. So,
yeah.
Who knows?
Seems like the type of thing that doesn't need to be happening in front of the world. Like, you work that out. Work that out for yourselves. And
they broke up. She's probably just thrilled.
Yeah, he should obviously be contributing financially to the child. Come on, Pete.
Part of me wonders, like, I wonder if because like Pete goes through with the women. He does. He does. He's not a serious long-term relationship man. He's just not. I wonder if she thought it would be different, him being a father to her child, but
it's different at some point. In most cases, guys that are like that, at some point it is different with someone. So you can't blame her for thinking that. Like,
Can't blame her for trying.
No, just trying.
But yeah, crazy stuff in the news of Pete. I need him and Kim to get back together. Sorry, Lewis.
No, Lewis. We're team Lewis.
I just really liked them together.
Nah, Lewis makes sense.
I don't know Lewis like you know Lewis. I know Pete.
I do, and my close personal friend, Lewis Hamilton.
Kiss you on the cheek.
I'm team Lewis and Kim. And I have a personal connection. He's like owner of the team here,
Yeah.
partial, very, very small ownership of the team. But
So
he's a,
funny.
he's a Colorado resident.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
You
he
think
owns
Kim's been there?
probably
Breathing,
he
breathing that
not in
same air?
Denver. He owns a house in Beaver Creek, which is like small, mountainy, beautiful area. I'm sure they have gone to the mountain house.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's cool. Good
Speaking
for
of
them.
going to a mountain house, let's talk about the bodyguard.
Okay, so to be fair, I started watching this today. I didn't have time to finish it. I watched like 3/4 of it, but I've seen this movie so many times. I can talk about the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I watched.
I have not seen this movie so many times, and I did not really know what I was signing up for.
A bit of a psychological thriller, but like with a cheesy element.
It was cheesy.
Yeah.
But I was scared.
Okay.
I was not knowing who
Did
was coming
did
and who was
you have a
happening.
moment in the film where you knew who it was, or where you guessed?
I'll be honest, I Googled it. I ruin everything.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I prefer my life that way. I
You
hate being
Googled it
stressed.
before you started the movie.
No, about halfway through.
Okay. Interesting.
Before the actual man was introduced.
Right. Well, it wasn't really him.
No. The man.
Right.
Batman. The man that shot.
Right. Okay.
Before he was introduced.
Okay.
So we watched The Bodyguard, and let me just give a quick rundown. Spoilers ahead. Beware if you're afraid of spoiling the 1990s.
I mean, we're doing a recap of the movie. We're going to talk about all parts
And this
of the
movie is older than both of us, correct?
Yeah,
92?
probably. I don't know. Early 90s, I would guess. Yeah.
So Kevin Costner is hired as the bodyguard for Miss, what's her name? Rachel?
Rachel Marin.
Whitney Houston.
Yep.
And Whitney Houston is annoying the
In the beginning.
entire movie. No,
In the-
the entire movie. Oh my gosh, she annoys me.
Yes, she is an annoying character. There's just something about her, like, she's got charisma, you know?
Yeah, on stage. Everywhere else,
Even
she
the
was
way she
annoying me.
speaks, like, her character's annoying for sure.
She got that riz, is what you're
I
saying.
don't know. She has an aura that I like. Go on.
So anyway, she does not want a bodyguard because her team has there have been threats about or for her, to her, all of this stuff. Someone even breaking into her house and doing yucky stuff in her bedroom.
Yeah.
And her team has kept all of this from her because they don't want to stress her out. So then they bring in this big bad bodyguard who's part of the Secret Service, and she's like, I don't need this. I want to live my fun life. She doesn't know that there's threats against her. Then she later finds out about the threats, finds out that someone was in her home, and was like, oh yeah, okay, you're growing on me, bodyguard. And then also you're not, because I'm going out tonight and like you won't tell me anything, and oh surprise, people pulled me off the stage. And I will say, movies like this, same thing as what we talked about in Notting Hill. Celebrities like want to just like have these normal lives. They want to do whatever they want to do. The gal is just parading around Notting Hill and no cares in the world. Would that movie come out before this one?
This one would have been first. Bodyguard would be first.
Well, anyways, she's just a little too approachable. And some of the fans took advantage of that. They yanked her off the stage at this nightclub because she was promoting her movie, which also, they keep telling me that she's an actress in this movie. She just keeps singing.
She's a singer who wants to be in some movies. I mean, I think it's a normal trajectory for a pop star.
It is, but they were only referring to her as like in movies, doing this movie, doing this stuff. You're the greatest actress ever. And then she's singing. So I was like,
I think they refer to her as a singer too. I don't know, but she's both.
Okay. She wasn't like she's been an actress this whole time and then just has that voice.
She's a pop star.
She's a pop star
who has done some acting, which is this character is Whitney Houston. Like, she's playing herself. That is how Whitney Houston, this beautiful voice,
And
amazing
she's acting.
pop star who also was in some movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was confused by like, why is she getting an Oscar for acting? Like, hello, she's Whitney Houston. Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna have awards for her singing. I was confused by that. But anyways, so then she like gets attacked essentially at the nightclub, which the creepy, weird blonde man was there, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they pan over to him and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cover.
Thumbnail.
So, then she gets taken out of there and she's like, okay, you're right, I'm scared. And so then he's like beefing up the house, do whatever you need to do, doing the security stuff. Then randomly one day she wakes up and she likes him.
So this is actually one of the reasons I really like this movie. It's subtle.
Is it? I didn't catch it.
But I see it. I just think Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston have amazing chemistry. And they had a very close personal relationship. Never been confirmed.
Okay.
They were very close. Always kind of ambiguous, never said anything to the media about if that was a friendship or, something more. And then obviously she had this horrible, abusive relationship on and off, and then she died. So we don't really know. But Kevin Costner like did the eulogy at her funeral. I mean, they were very close in real life. I just think they have amazing chemistry. And it's one of those where when they're in a scene together and neither of them are even speaking, you can see it. At least I can. Like, I think these people have amazing chemistry. And so often in rom-coms, like, the two actors just, there's no spark. There's no chemistry. And these two have such natural, I don't know. Also, just Kevin Costner's just very, very attractive man. I think he is maybe one of the universally appealing men. And it's not even like he's that stereotypically attractive. He just has it.
And as he has gotten older, his voice has gotten raspier.
Yep.
That movie, we've referenced it before, where he sleeps with the mom,
yep,
the grandma, and the daughter.
It was a great casting because he does. He hits all the generations. My mom's obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with him. The younger generation is going to continue to be obsessed with him. Some people just have it. And he does.
Got that raise.
He does.
So... yeah, she's on a jog one day and says, "Hey, you want to? I want to go on a date, but I can't go anywhere without you. So why don't you?" It's a cute little
move because the tension had been building, and he's shyer.
It's one
he's
of those
more professional
with like the protection element of like. This man's protecting me, like he wants to like keep me safe. So then it's like that's attractive.
It's so hot. I love this movie. It's such a good premise. Like, yes.
So funny.
Be my bodyguard. I love it.
So anyways, then she wants him to go on the date with her. They go dancing. And dance a little bit. And then
with a feature by Miss Dolly Parton.
Was that her singing? That wasn't her singing. It was a man. Was it a duet? Because I only heard the man singing.
Pretty sure they danced to Dolly Parton because she's the original person that recorded the song.
Yes, but it was a man singing it because I was literally thinking, is there a third person who sings this song? Like I know Dolly and Whitney Houston sing this song. It was a man I
am remembering incorrectly then. Okay.
There could be licensing issues where they have taken Dolly's singing out and put a man singing.
It might be a man singing. I just know Dolly wrote the song and she's the original,
Yes.
And
they talk about the weirdness of the song, about how sad it is. Ooh,
it's a great song. Fantastic song.
But anyways, then they do that, and then he's like, I can't protect you like this, which like he's letting his work corrupt his feelings, but she is his work and it can't corrupt his feelings or else she's in danger. I understand, Kevin.
It's a very complex movie.
So complex. And so then he's like, well, we can't do this if I'm going to be just protecting you. So then at a party to make him jealous, she goes and tries to, flirty it up with, spoiler alert, the man contracted to kill her by, spoiler alert, her sister.
Insane.
Which I will say, like at the beginning, or relatively at the beginning, when Kevin is just like walking around and like she's like, yeah, well, we see which one, had the star power. We see.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sour. Like
Typical other sister wasn't as talented, but was also a singer and
oh my
becomes quite
gosh.
bitter.
The Jesus loves me moment. I wanted to die.
Yeah.
She sounded terrible. Like for
Yeah.
one,
Well,
like
there's a reason the other sister is the star.
and then Miss Whitney comes on out, and I was like, oh, yes, this girl. Yes, keep singing. Because whenever she, whatever her name was just singing by herself, I was like, you're embarrassing yourself. It's so
Yeah.
bad.
Well,
That harmony. That's what you need, a harmony.
karma comes around. Karma comes around for her.
It does, for sure. Because there was another issue. What was the other issue to make them go to the cabin?
They sent the letter to her hotel. I'm kind of forgetting the details of it. Yeah, this is the part I didn't watch recently today.
Yes.
But
so she was at the hotel right after she tried to get with the man that was going to kill her. But then he was trying to force himself on her, and she was like, actually, no, get out. And her other, whatever his name was, Tony. Tony. She got Tony.
I have the same energy.
Ivan, Tony, whatever. So then she's all sad because, she doesn't have the man that she wants. And then the man that she was flirting with, like, tried to. So she goes shopping, as any girl would.
Yeah, she's a relatable, real woman.
So relatable, because I sing like that too.
No, I mean, when I'm sad, I also go shopping.
Yep. So, and then she comes back from her super fun day of shopping to what are those called?
Collage?
No. It's not a ransom note, but it's like a...
It's like a threat.
Yes, a threat. Oh my gosh, why can't I think
like a threat? It's a threatening letter, but it's like made from cut out pieces of magazines, so they can't see who wrote it.
So funny. Like,
yeah.
They don't do that anymore, gosh.
We just type.
We just type. But she comes back to that and she's like, okay, now I'm scared, and runs back to Kevin essentially, and he's like, okay, but we're gonna do this my way, and like get rid of all these other yahoos who sigh. Oh my gosh, sigh couldn't be a dumber box of rocks.
Yeah.
So then she unknowingly brings along the woman who wants to kill her to this cabin in the woods.
Kevin's family cabin.
Right.
Which it's not. What is his name in the movie?
I don't know.
Wait, give me a minute. Farmer. What's his first name? Frank. No.
Yes, Frank Farmer. Terrible name.
Are you sure it's Frank? Okay, I believe you. Just
99.
They call 99. Him, they always call him
sure.
Farmer.
Farmer. I liked that too.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, Farmer. Hang on. Farmer and Bodyguard movie. Frank Farmer. Yeah, okay. Buddy. Holding up that gun. He's like in this picture. Anyways, they go to the cabin. It is Frank's family cabin. He is with his dad, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Didn't want to assume because I missed the part where him saying it was his dad. Goes up there. It is Whitney, Rachel. Her sister, what is her name?
Couldn't tell you. Can't remember. Not important.
Irrelevant, ugly loser. Then Whitney's son, Fletcher, which I feel like she was ahead of her time with that name.
It's a good name.
It is a good name. Like, people are still naming their children Fletcher. Not a lot of people are still naming their children Whitney. Anywho, so then a weird moment, like, it was after Jesus Loves Me. Do you think that's why she was singing Jesus Loves Me? It's because she knew what was about to happen?
Maybe. I think, I don't know. This part's a bit ambiguous. She didn't know what was going to happen in terms of, like, it was going to get her. Right. Or her in the end.
Well, but Fletcher goes onto the boat.
Right, I know.
And she's singing the Jesus Loves Me. And how did Fletcher get onto the boat?
I think he just went. He just wanted to take the boat out.
Which is so weird. Like,
that's a normal thing for a kid to do. I want to take the boat out.
I know, but like, it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Why would Whitney have been on the boat?
I don't know.
No.
So
That's
not well thought out.
no.
Maybe her sister was supposed to like suggest go
She
for a ride
goes
on
on
the
the boat
boat.
with Kevin.
Yeah.
Clear your head. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what was going to happen because Fletcher was super into boats. So, like, it made sense why Fletcher was on the boat.
Right.
It did not make sense how Whitney was going to be on the boat because it was literally snow and ice. And she had said Fletcher doesn't swim well. And Kevin had seen these tracks in the snow. He's like, oh my gosh, where's Fletcher? Looks over to the boat. And he's just concerned with Fletcher not being able to swim.
Right.
Then they get Fletcher off the boat, swim, 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 back to the dock. And they're like, oh no, how are we going to get the boat back?
The
Boat
boat blows
explodes.
up. Yeah.
Oh, their driver is also there. I'm remembering because he's the one who said that line. So terrible time. They're trying to get everyone to like calm down. They're locking the house down. They're like, how did they find us here? Stupid, ugly, irrelevant sister told them where they would be.
Yeah.
So Kevin's checking the house and he's locking everything down. He sits down to like have some coffee. He's staying awake. He hears a noise. What is it? Stupid, irrelevant, ugly sister is getting herself drunk because Fletcher almost died because she's the one who contracted a killer to kill her sister, and her nephew almost got caught in the crosshairs.
Yep. Now this is perhaps my biggest flaw with the movie is I don't think this is believable as a reason that she has contracted a killer. Jealousy, sure, believable, all of that. But to actually go through with contracting someone to kill your sister, I just feel like there needs to be something more than that. And also, she gets her entire livelihood from being her sister's assistant. If her sister dies, she loses everything. Was she think she was going to become famous when she died? Because
Probably. She probably thought she would get like the sympathy fans,
maybe.
put out a sympathy album, and like maybe that type of thing. Also, like the movie did make sense that the killer was her stalker. Like that made sense.
That was the red herring.
And that means like distraction.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a fake out.
Yeah.
Something you're supposed to believe in a story.
And so we're just like, and the letters were already coming from him.
Mhm.
And so that's where the sister got the idea. That's what she said. She's
So
like, I agreed with everything that he said. I hate her.
Mhm.
Oh
There
my
was an
gosh,
actual
hate the hand that feeds you, literally. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was an actual obsessed crazy fan stalker, but he wasn't the one actually trying to kill her. He was just a crazy person.
And following her, correct?
they
Because he
passed
was
it-
driving that car.
He was a stalker, yeah. But they passed it off as he's the one trying to kill her. So I guess he probably was the one that like broke into her apartment or to her house and did the crazy stuff in her bedroom.
Oh,
but
like, could you imagine?
no, that's insane and gross.
Yucky.
Yeah.
So, anywho, she's revealing all of this information. Surprise, killer shows up in the middle of the night. To big, dumb, irrelevant sister.
Gets the sister by mistake.
Because did he think it was her?
Yeah, or like he was just caught off guard. I don't know.
And
It's
just
dark.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kevin chases him, gets away.
Yep.
Then, I mean, we're just going to like fast forward over to the end. Come to find out, it's like a guy that he used to work with that was just contracted to kill her. They're at the Oscars. She wins, or yeah, she wins an award, is walking out on stage to get the award. He's disguised as a man holding a big camera, and the gun is in the camera. He shoots. Kevin does one of these, saves her. What happened to what's the Tony's eye?
Can't remember.
Yeah. All of a sudden I look up and he's wearing covering his eye, and then at the end he's wearing an eye patch.
Yeah, he got hit. I don't know, some type of altercation.
Anyways, Kevin saves her. She's like, oh, the threat was real. Again, Miss Girl, listen. Like, that's what was making me so annoyed with her. Not
she's
that she isn't fabulous.
She's very immature.
Because Well, and rewind to her going out to present an award at the Oscars. She's so worked up looking at all the people looking at her. And she's like, oh, Kevin, you idiot. Like, what? Or Frank, you idiot. You've gotten me so worked up. I'm an idiot. Like, I'm flustered. You've got me turning into a psycho, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then the next 5 seconds you step out onto the stage and someone shoots at you. So, like, maybe listen to the people that are concerned for your well-being.
It's a flaw in her character. She's very immature. Yes.
Well, and then the other part, whenever they were going to leave, because she walked into the green room at that nightclub, she walked in there, and there's a threat on her counter.
Yeah, and they were going to leave the club.
They were going to leave.
Yeah.
She says, I'm not going to let some freak run me off. Well, maybe you should have.
Yeah. But then Kevin wouldn't have to save the day, and we need him to save the day.
Yeah.
And he does. Anyways. He saves her. And then, they have a passionate kiss.
The stupid song, because I'll always love you. I need to leave. Okay, I'm going to just... Emily, stop.
Kevin and Whitney making out on the runway. Just perfect. It's perfect ending.
But I should go. Like, it's not a perfect ending. They aren't together.
No, because they don't make sense as a long-lasting couple. They have this fiery chemistry for a short time. How would their life make sense together? She's going to go off and be the glorious pop star in the spotlight. He can't do that. He's not a person meant for that world. He's got to go off and do his own thing. So they share this one moment in time. And that is all they have. But they have this kiss, and then they part ways knowing, I'll always love you. I just can't be with you. And I think it's beautiful.
I'm happy.
I don't think all happy endings have to end with you together. I think this is a happy ending. They served the purpose. They loved each other.
They lived.
And they go on.
Made it out alive.
They go on. They made each other each a little better. I think she opened him up a bit to, love in the outside world.
Boy, did she.
And he wisened her up of like, come on, be with it. She grew up a little bit, and he hardened her, and she softened him. And then they go on, and they live their lives, but they made each other better. And really, what's better love story than that?
And let's be honest, this is a great love story, because guess what? There was no cheating.
There was no cheating. This is the first movie. 0 cheating.
Another movie that I thought of. What? Who cheated?
They weren't really together, so it's not cheating. But clearly they had something going on, and then she went and made out with the friend at the party. But like they weren't together.
No, like I'm not going to consider that. No. Yeah. But you'd want to know another movie that there's no cheating.
What?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's true.
There is deception.
That's true. That's a good one.
There is no cheating. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, surely there has to be some movie that I love that there is not cheating.
Yep.
And that's what I remembered. Anyways, glad to know the full story. Also, I didn't know the things about Kevin and Whitney. So what happened to Whitney?
She OD'd.
Okay.
She was in a relationship. Bobby Brown, I think was his name. Let me double check that name. For like a long time, he was like a bad dude. It was known to be quite abusive, and she had a drug problem, and he wasn't helping.
I see.
Yeah,
Whenever you said that earlier, I thought maybe you meant that he killed her.
No, she OD'd, but it was not a good guy. And I want to get his name right. Hang on. Yeah, Bobby Brown. Anyway, it was very sad. I mean, she was one of the the most talented, beautiful people ever.
Her voice is seriously next level, like beyond.
If you see videos of her at the end, it's really sad. Like, guys, drugs,
not good.
Don't do them.
Yeah. Man, like really her singing in the movie like that voice is insane.
Yeah. So it's my personal belief with no factual evidence. This is just me.
It's based on a true story.
Based on my own delusions. But because Kevin Costner did do the eulogy at her funeral, and he won't ever really speak about her, but it was obvious that they had a very close relationship of some kind. We know she was in this other crazy on again, off again abusive relationship. It is my belief that Kevin truly loved her through all of it, but they couldn't be together because she had these problems and never got it together, and then she died. But you know what? He will always love her.
I hate you.
It's true.
Do you think he sits at home and like, the nights like whenever you're just inherently sad,
Yeah.
and he just like turns that song on
Yes.
and just like soaks into his bubble
I
bath?
I think she was the big love that never came to be and got away.
It is like a beautiful story. I haven't even like I didn't know any of this. I'm not as well versed in the 90s
I just really like
pop
Kevin
culture.
Costner, so I was involved in all that. But
I do also really like Kevin Costner. And Yellowstone.
Mm.
He was pretty good on there because that's really right up my alley, Man with Cattle.
yeah, I know.
Woo! Him and them jeans. Man, I need to look up some pictures of Kevin and Whitney. Are there any?
I'm sure there are.
Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. There it is. Well, yeah. Yeah, they were a great pair in the movie. What about 2012. Wow. It's crazy. I was about to say not that long ago. That was 14 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
A 17-minute eulogy. Might have to go watch that. Oh, there's the video. Man.
You can he loves her. In what way? I don't know. And I don't need to know. It's for them.
We're just going to show this one cute collage of them in Hollywood. Sweet people.
Yep. He loves her.
You can keep saying it. Like, I'm not denying. You just keep saying those 3 words. That's the title. He loves her.
Yep.
Well.
Anyway, that was our recap. Do you think you're going to watch Devil Wears Prada 2 at some point? Because we could just wait and talk about it when you watch it.
I have no plans, especially with all of the other stuff that will be happening over the next few weeks.
Okay.
I have no intentions of going to the movie theater.
There's not necessarily a ton to say other than I did like this one better than the first one. They are nicer to each other. What's
the premise? What's happening?
So Andy is this very successful journalist, and she's winning this award. And while she's at the awards dinner, everybody at her table gets a text from their newspaper that they're fired, like via text. They were let go because the publishing industry, or not publishing, journalism, newspaper, physical print industry is kind of dying. And this is actually happening. Like, journalists are being laid off.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of talking about how all of that. And she makes this speech about how journalism is important, whatever. And Runway, the magazine, is in a little bit of a PR crisis and needs to legitimize themselves as like a serious publication. So they bring Andy on to do their features department, like run the writing. Super long story short, but like kind of same premise as the beginning of the movie. Like, she's struggling to do the job. She's trying to figure it out. Meryl Streep is horrendous. And then she gets better. And then she crushes the job. And then her and Meryl Streep kind of become like, allies, help each other out. And then in the end, she does the job and they save Runway, the magazine, and she stays. And she's like the writer department of Runway. And they make it still a fashion magazine, but with more like meaningful writing happening. That's the premise of the movie. But I did like it better than the first one in the sense of it was just kind of funny and light and nice and not as stressful as the first one to watch. But it was very gimmicky, and there were a lot of things in this movie that were just callbacks to the first movie, or it was very nostalgic. But it made me laugh a lot. Stanley Tucci,
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci slays as always. He looks great. That was it. Yeah. The love interest for Anne Hathaway is better in this movie, but she's kind of still a horrible person and is mean to him, and then they get back together at the end.
Is there cheating?
No.
Good.
Nope, there's no cheating.
Yep, good for them. Well, sounds great.
Yep. It was enjoyable. The fashion is much better in this movie.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that we will probably think that, and then in like 10 years, and be like, what are they wearing?
Probably, but it did seem like they went a direction. Like the first one, it was very of the time experimental runway fashion. You know, this one it feels like they went more classic staples, things that are always in style, like really well fitted suits and classic chic rather than all this very flashy stuff.
Blue eyeshadow.
So I do feel like the fashion in this movie will age better because it's stuff that has been in style since like 1930 to now. Like a well-fitted, well-made suit will never go out of style. It always looks great. So
yep. Yeah. Me and fashion, man. I was thinking back to like what we thought was cool in 2016.
It's not one photo of me that year without a choker on.
That's what I was gonna say. Choker and really dark lipstick.
Yep. Dark. That was
when you got away from your tiger's blood.
Yeah, that was like a matte, so dry, dark red lipstick and a black choker every single
with the side part of white blonde hair.
Yep,
for Emily.
Yep, pretty much.
Those shirts that like had shoelaces.
Oh yeah, I had several of those. Or like the cold shoulder shirts, like
or the one
shoulder
where it had like the line here and then like this
Keyhole.
whole part was open. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah, all those.
Those
but you
were
know
the
what?
days.
That's what we all wore. At the
And
time.
we were cute doing it over the knee boots.
Oh yeah, I still wear those sometimes. Honestly, I like it over the knee.
They never
boot.
worked for my legs to stay up. They always fell down.
Yeah, I have to have a specific kind, but I still like an over the knee boot. I think styled correctly, we can still make those work. With tights and a dress. I was never a wide brim hat.
That's more 2018,
probably
19. The wide brim hat.
Never a massive hat girl.
They're in my closet. I was thinking like, what am I supposed to do with these? They're on the top shelf.
Keep them. Maybe they'll come back.
They're dusty, crusty up there.
All right, guys. That was kind of a rambling episode, but I hope you liked it. Let us know what you think about The Bodyguard. We'll see you here next week. Same time, same place. End your week going off script. Bye.